Which countries are sending military aid to Ukraine? In the Russian-Ukraine war, many countries including neutral non-aligned Sweden have started to send military aid. As the war between Ukraine and Russia continues to escalate after Moscow sent its troops into its neighboring country, several countries across the globe are sending military aid to Kyiv. So, which countries are sending military assistance to Ukraine? United States. On February 25, President Joe Biden instructed the State Department to release up to an additional $350 million worth of weapons from U.S. stocks to Ukraine. In a memorandum to Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Biden directed that $350 million allocated through the Foreign Assistance Act be designated for Ukraine's defense. Ukraine has been asking for Javelin anti-tank weapons and Stinger missiles to shoot down aircraft. The Pentagon said the weapons included anti-armor, small arms, body armor and various munitions in support of Ukraine's frontline defenders. A State Department spokesperson said anti-aircraft systems were also included in the material. Over the past year, the United States has committed more than $1 billion in security assistance to Ukraine, Blinken said. European Union. For the first time in its history, the EU is financing the purchase and delivery of arms after it agreed to transport weapons worth €450 million, $502 million, to Kyiv. 27 nations European Union to send fighter jets to Ukraine for countering Moscow. We need the kind of fighting jets from EU that the Ukrainian army is able to operate. Some member states have these kinds of planes. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba. United Kingdom. In January, Defense Secretary Ben Wallace said the UK had taken the decision to supply Ukraine with light anti-armor defensive weapons systems. On Wednesday, Downing Street promised military support to Ukraine, including lethal defensive weapons. France. France, which has already sent help, is dispatching more military equipment as well as fuel. Paris said it has acted on earlier Ukrainian requests for defensive anti-aircraft and digital weapons. Also France to send 500 troops to Romania as Russia pushes towards Kyiv. Netherlands. The Netherlands will supply air defense rockets and anti-tank systems to Ukraine, the Dutch government said in letters to Parliament on Saturday. The Dutch government agreed to a Ukrainian request to rapidly ship 200 Stinger air defense rockets and 50 Panzerfaust III anti-tank weapons with 400 rockets, the letters said. It is also jointly considering sending a Patriot air defense system alongside Germany to a NATO battle group in Slovakia, it said. Germany. Germany will supply Ukraine with 1,000 anti-tank weapons and 500 Stinger surface-to-air missiles from Bundeswehr stocks for defense against Russia. Ottawa is sending lethal military weaponry to Ukraine and loaning Kyiv $500 million Canadian, $394 million, to help it defend itself. Stockholm is also breaking its historic neutral stance to send 5,000 anti-tank weapons to Ukraine, with Denmark contributing a further 2,700. Norway is sending helmets and body armor and up to 2,000 M72 anti-tank weapons. Neutral Finland takes the historic decision to supply weapons to Ukraine and will send 1,500 rocket launchers, 2,500 assault rifles, 150,000 rounds of ammunition, and 70,000 servings of field rations. Belgium says it will supply Ukraine with 3,000 more automatic rifles and 200 anti-tank weapons, as well as 3,800 tons of fuel. Greece, which has a large diaspora community in Ukraine, 10 of whom have been killed, is sending defense equipment as well as humanitarian aid. The Spanish government has promised to send 20 tons of aid to Ukraine, mostly medical and defensive equipment such as bulletproof vests. Prague said Saturday it is sending Ukraine 4,000 mortars in the next few hours as well as an arsenal of 30,000 pistols, 7,000 assault rifles, 3,000 machine guns, many sniper rifles and 1 million bullets. Thanks for watching.